Yo, Bartholomew on TikTok. What's up? Hope you're having a good summer. Bartholomew is the homie. The homie.
With everybody saying, yeah, 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 yeah.
Watch your profanity.
What is going on, selectors? It is Select Screen here. Hopefully, you guys are having an amazing, amazing day. Today is the day, man. We are going to be reviewing Superman, not Superman Returns, not Man of Steel, Superman. Yes, Superman. For those of you over on TikTok, thanks for joining us over there. Shout out to Bartholomew. You know who you are. I had to rep for my wife today. My in-laws are coming in. I miss you, keepsake. What's up, man? Got some students over on TikTok. What's good, guys? Hope you guys are doing good. Miss you guys, man. Hopefully everything is going well. You know what it is over here.
It's over 9,000!
Good to see you. Yes, that's the homie as well. That's family right there. That is my 6th grade family over on TikTok. Good to see you guys. Hopefully you guys are doing well and having a good summer. Yeah, we're going to get into the Superman spoiler review. So if you have not seen Superman, this is not the stream for you, right? I'm going to be spoiling Superman with a bunch of, all right? But super, super excited to talk about Superman. I'm going to give a little bit of time. I'll let people like marinate on the stream. But we are going to be talking about Superman. And hopefully just things are going well for everybody out there. linktr.ee/select screen. And I need you guys to do something today.
Remember
to
Choose your destiny.
choose your destiny. Hit that like button. The hearts, all of that stuff. You guys know what to do over on Twitch. If you're watching on Twitch, I think Twitch is here. Yes, Twitch is here. TikTok is here right now. That's where we're at. So make sure to like, share, and subscribe there. Hashtag Freddy's in the building. Let's go. Shout out to TikTok, man. This is why we need to get back on TikTok. It's been a journey, but I think we've got it going. We'll see how laggy it gets. You know what I'm saying? I got this new camera that should be following me around. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Bet. So, yeah. Gonna waste a little bit more time before we get into spoilers. Again, spoilers. I am ruining Superman for you if you have not seen it yet. If you have,
yeah.
then you're in the right place. Yeah, I'm so excited to talk about this movie, man. This has been a long time coming, and we're gonna get into it. So, if I wasted enough time, I think I have. 1,322 likes already on TikTok. Let's go, TikTok. Matter of fact, right now, we're going to give TikTok the mustard of the day. Hey. Shout out to everybody on TikTok. What up, YouTube? YouTube's like super quiet right now. Super quiet. Super quiet. What else can I tell you guys about this movie without telling you anything yet? Maybe we'll run the intro. I think we'll just run the intro. All right, let's jump into this thing, man. I'm ready. You're ready. And I know you're ready. Let's go. right. I think we are rocking. Let's go like this. There it goes. Just like that. And I will adjust TikTok for us in just a second because it's a wee bit off. There we go. There we go. All right. Yes. Superman. Spoilers. Last warning. Spoilers. I don't want to ruin this for anybody who hasn't seen it yet. Spoilers. All right, let's talk about Superman. Hopefully my man RL gets in here fairly quickly and we're able to talk with him a little bit as well. If you've seen my spoiler-free review, you know how I feel about the movie. Let me give you background on how I feel about Superman and DC. I'm a Marvel guy, but I grew up, my favorite superhero as a kid, actually my first movie was Batman, like the 1989 Batman. I know people are like, dang, bro, you old, cuz like you went to the theater to see that?
Yeah!
Yes, I did. All right. I was like 4. But nevertheless, yeah. So Batman was always my favorite superhero. I didn't like Superman growing up because I was like the Hulk, like, dude is overpowered. Like, what is the point? Like, you're never gonna stop this dude. He should never, ever get beat up, you know? And he did all the time. So I never liked Superman. I never liked the Hulk until I got older and kind of understood the nuances of these characters a little bit more. And yeah, what really changed my mind about Superman was Smallville. If you have Hulu, I highly suggest you go through all 10 seasons because for me, the best Lois Lane ever is on Smallville. Shout out to Erica Durance. Joel says that was such a great show. It really was. Even, you know, Lex Luthor in that show is just so amazing. Like the arc that they were able to tell. We wouldn't have Arrow or The Flash or any of those other shows without Smallville. And Smallville was just really, really great. So that's kind of where my barometer is, right? You need to come correct when we're talking about Superman. And that's where I fell in love with, like, the character isn't about always punching his way out of situations. It's his heart. That's what makes Superman. And what makes me understand him so much more. Uh-oh. Miss You said, no, my phone's glitching out. That's all right. You're okay. No problem. Still
Approved!
So then came Superman Returns, and I hated it. I hated Superman Returns because it was the exact opposite. There was no punching at all, and they tried to go all heart, and it just didn't work for me. It just didn't work. Joel says he represents the purity humanity could be. I would agree with that 100%. And when done right, he is the greatest superhero, right? Or he should be. But when done incorrectly, again, the original Superman movies are great. Christopher Reeves, obviously, is Christopher Reeves. There's no touching those. I got nothing negative to say, especially about the first one, second one, like a half of the second one. But man, we lost our way in 3 and 4. And then we really lost our way with Superman Returns. Then a little movie called Man of Steel came out. And all of my complaints that are well documented on this channel about him not punching, about the best scene in the movie was they shot a bullet at him and it bounced off his eye. All of that got thrown away with Man of Steel. And I really, really enjoyed Man of Steel. Yes, Superman ended up killing someone. I get it. I know that makes a lot of people mad.
Nope.
But for me, the action was there. The understanding of who he was as an alien coming to a brand new world was there. And I really enjoyed Man of Steel. Hated Batman versus Superman. I thought that was terrible. Everything they did in Man of Steel, it felt like they undid in Batman versus Superman. Yeah, and that's pretty much it. Yeah, boo BVS. Yeah, BVS was bad. I mean, I guess we have to kind of count Black Adam because he does show up at the end of Black Adam. What am I going to say? It was the end of Black Adam. We'll never know, right? But BVS was bad. So that brings us to James Gunn's Superman. Now, I love James Gunn. Since I've been put on to James Gunn, I've liked every single movie he's done. I think Guardians of the Galaxy is one of the greatest movies in the MCU. For me, Guardians 2 is actually, I don't know. I go back and forth on that. Guardians 3 is probably as perfect an ending as you can get for a superhero movie. I loved it. All well done. All very well done. So the bar is high here. We got Superman and we've got James Gunn. And let's also put in here, he did a banger of a cartoon in Howling Commandos to really start this whole DCU. My expectations were high. Let's get into Superman. If you saw my spoiler-free review, I said it like this. Is Superman better than Man of Steel?
Nope.
No, it's not. It is not. Is it worse than Man of Steel?
Nope.
And that is a high compliment because I love this movie just as much. Superman they've done it. They've done it. This is a great way to launch a multiverse or a larger universe. They did it right. They understood how to balance Superman's heart and as Joel was saying, representing that humanity, maybe even more than Man of Steel. I think Superman is more about Superman's humanity, whereas Man of Steel is more about him being an alien. And that's okay. I think both things can exist at the same time. Superman is 100%.
Approved.
Let's talk about the negatives. And really, is negative more than negatives? There's only one thing I don't like about this movie. And the only reason I gave it maybe an A versus an A+, and that is simply because the costume is terrible. It looks bad. I thought I gave it some time. I saw the leaks and I was like, okay, it's baggy. All right, but let's just give them some time. Let's just see what happens. And maybe they're going to fix it in post. And don't get me wrong, it's not the style of the suit. It's not the style of the suit. It's not the colors of the suit. It's the fit of the suit. It's the fit of the suit. Everything. I love the symbol. I like the, I was going to say Brand New Day. Oh my gosh, the comic's escaping me. Is it Kingdom Come? I like the updated S. I'm okay with the trunks. I'm okay with the boots. I'm okay with the belt, all of it, because it's Superman, right? I like the classic style. I like that it's somewhat Christopher Reeves looking in that sense. What I don't like is how stinking baggy it is on him. I know they didn't want to go with padded muscles, but they needed. Oh, my mom's making me say hi. Hi, Mom. Good to see you. I'm not saying it had to be skin tight or anything like that, but it just looks like he's out of the early 2000s. I don't know. It's just too baggy. And here's the thing. It's not even that distracting throughout the movie. He's moving around so fast and stuff like that. It's fine. But it's in those moments where he's talking to Lois that like the neck is kind of like this. Does that make sense? And it's like, oh no, like that's distracting. If I had to put another negative on it, there is a random girl in this movie, and we're talking spoilers here. There's a random girl, and she might be in some of the deeper comics, who is in the Daily Bugle, who my wife and people in the theater were just like, is she only here to have her breasts out? It was literally like that. Like it really makes no sense. Like her job throughout the whole movie is to just run around and bounce around. And I'm not saying that to over sexualize. I'm saying that because it becomes a distraction. It becomes a distraction. Now, listen, red-blooded straight male. Okay? Not going to get into all that, but as a movie, it was distracting. There was a point in the movie where we were all cheering in the movie, and then everybody kind of stopped and went. And like, oh, I'm in an IMAX theater, and everybody went as she's jumping up and down in slow motion. It was just like, now if she had a point in the story, maybe it would have made a little bit of sense, but she has like a one-off kind of joke, and it's just kind of like, was this a favor? Like, why? And I was not, here's the thing. I went and saw it with my wife, and I thought, I'm not going to say anything about that. I'm not going to say anything about that. I'm just going to, when we talk about, did we like the movie? We're just going to talk about the movie. And the first thing my wife did is she looked over at me and she was like, what is the deal with the lady in the boobs? I was just like, ah. Joel says, brand new day with Spider-Man, but I get what you're saying. Right. I know. I don't know why I kept wanting to say brand new day. I have no idea. It's got to be Kingdom Come, right? Is that the more slanted S? Is it loose or is it bad CGI mapping? Could be a mixture of both. I think it could be a mixture of both. And again, it's only noticeable in those quiet moments. Otherwise, you're so like enthralled with the movie. That, yeah. Stitch, what's up, man? Stitch Biscuit over on our Twitch. What's good, bro? Spoilers here. Spoilers. I want to make sure to say that. Kingdom Come is a brutal but great story. It is, man. Whew. And beautiful art. So those are my only two negatives that I want to point out. That, I mean, am I complaining about that second thing? No. But I'm just telling you that I think a lot of people, when they see this movie, are going to be like, what is the deal? I think this is going to be a thing. I think everyone's going to be like, what is the deal with the lady with the boobs? Like, what is the deal? I think that is going to be, okay. Hey, thank you guys for joining us. I think that's going to be a thing. On to the good. Stitch says, working and lurking. Spoil away. All right. Thank you. The rest of the movie is fantastic. If you can get over those two literal visual distractions, you're going to enjoy this movie. It is so much fun. It is so lighthearted. Krypto is fantastic. Much different than I thought Krypto was going to be. Krypto, let's talk about Krypto, is his dog. I'm going to wait to spoil that for just a second. Throughout the movie, and kind of the reason why Superman's doing what he's doing. He's saving everything in this movie. And what's so interesting is he's saving um he's trying to save the giant monster you've seen in the trailer. He literally saves a squirrel from being stepped on. Like, Superman is just so pure of heart, man. He sees the good. And Lois sums this up so well. She's like, I'm cynical. I question everything. You see people and you see beauty. And I thought that line summed up this Superman so amazingly. He's coming from a different place and understanding, like, dude, my world has been destroyed. I want to take care of not only this world but the people of this world. And it's so heartwarming and genuine. And that's what I'm going to hopefully say his name right. David Cornsweet. I think that's how you say his name. I'm just going to call him David. He really brings that out. He is just genuinely like, I care about people and I want to see them well. It's a really beautiful thing. Another thing is, I thought we were going to get overstuffed with cameos. We got Mr. Terrific. We got Guy, I think it's Guy Gardner, Green Lantern, and Hawk Girl. In addition to Jimmy Olsen, Perry, Lois, there's another character. Oh gosh, I can't think of Lex's kind of side girl. Lex, and I got a whole section about Lex Luthor. I got a whole section about Lex. But let me talk about these cameos. They're not cameos at all. They're not cameos at all. They all play a role in the movie to move the movie forward. It basically comes down to, like, are we going to go and save Superman? We're metahumans too. Are we going to go and help him now, even though he may be, quote unquote, a bad guy? And it's an interesting thing. It's an interesting thing that if they were to bring Batman into this, I think Batman is going to play that similar role. Is Superman worth saving? And I think the answer here is yes. It's fantastic. The side characters are really, 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 really great. Lois, again, my favorite Lois of all time. Hello, Jaden. Again, is from Smallville. This Lois does a very good job in a short amount of time. I wouldn't say she's as good as the Lois in Smallville, but she's right there. They're further along in their relationship too. We're not doing the whole "you've got glasses, I don't know who you are" thing. They don't insult your intelligence here at all, and I appreciate that. They do explain the glasses a little bit. I'm going to leave that one for the movie because you just kind of got to see how they figure. Guy takes off his glasses. Like, all right, I'm select screen. Now I'm not. Like, it's creative how they do that. So they kind of explain it away and we move on. Let's talk about Lex. Lex Luthor, guys, in this movie. Played by my man, Mr. Holt, who previously played Beast. He is fantastic. He really makes this movie go. In a short amount of time, again, we see why Lex Luthor hates Superman and is passionate about it. But what makes this Lex different is this Lex isn't a chump. And Lex in the movies has always been some kind of manipulator to try and get, to try and take out Superman. This Lex comes prepared. He's got a full team, a full staff of folks ready to go to whoop Superman's tail. And it makes so much more sense that this guy who has billions of dollars, his own company, he's got his name on a building, he is prepared to fight Superman. And it's not him in his green and purple suit, but it's literally him using his money and resources as we would to fight a super alien. Like, he's got staff ready to go, programmers, they've scouted him, they know what to do.
You suck.
And it works. It really, really works. There's no downfall for Lex. There's a few other cameos that appear. Metamorpho played a very cool role in the story, specifically just being the source of kryptonite. I didn't know if we were going to get kryptonite so much in this, but they bring him in for that reason. And then there's a point where he just goes away. Like, he just kind of fades into the background. And it's like, if we see him down the line, like, we understand who he is. It was a beautiful setup. Golden Age says, what did you think? It's an A, bro. It's an A. Not quite an A+, but this movie is just, it's good. It's really, really good. It's fast. I'll say that. It's very fast in the sense that they're not waiting on you to do the superhero thing. Like, we're not going to go through Superman's powers again. Like, he's just using ice breath. He's using laser beams. He's punching. He's flying. We're not doing that. You should know who Superman is by now. And the movie moves fast. The characters that do need the explanations, like I said, Crypto, Metamorpho, Mr. Terrific, gets a little bit more than maybe a Green Lantern or a Hawk Girl in explanation, but you don't really need it. You know, Hawk Girl who wears a hawk costume's got a big mace thing. There we go. Like, we're in. Green Lantern, like, dude is making constructs. We don't need to understand why. I mean, he gives us a little line of, like, basically, I'm the space cops, and we're off and running. Like, we don't have time because Lex Luthor is tearing stuff up. I heard it was like Smallville on steroids. That is a very accurate way of putting it. It almost, they really could have put the Smallville actors in this movie and it would have worked. They could have called this Metropolis and been there. It just has a lot of heart. It has a lot of heart, like Smallville did. And the characters kind of seem to be placed where Smallville ends, like where Clark, he knows what he's doing. You know, he and Lois they're on the right path. It's just, this is the scheme of the week, you know. It just, yeah. And it works. It really, really works. I know my mom specifically was like, this dude does not look like Superman, but I'm telling you, outside of the looseness of the costume, he plays him so well. And it's not a Christopher Reeves, like, I'm trying to be like him. It's not even like a Smallville trying to be like that kind of Clark. It's just natural to the character, I think, is probably the best way to put it. It's very natural to the character. One other thing I want to say is the fights. The fights in this movie are bananas. As much as I said I love the heart in something like, you know, a Smallville or whatnot, if you don't have Superman punching somebody, that's not what I'm here for. Ultimately, I want to see him have the heart. I want to see him be vulnerable. But also, that dude's got to be able to punch something. There is literally a scene where there are other heroes fighting outside, and you've seen the screenshot. I'm sure it was the first released photo of him putting his boots on, right? That was a bad photo because it does not do that scene justice. That is one of the better scenes in the movie, because the Justice Gang, as they're called, the Justice Gang, they're out there fighting, and he's like, you know what? They got it. I'm cool. Like, I need to talk to Lois. And it was really, really neat to see that scene play out. Um, it was like, again, not one of those things where they had to over explain it. It was just like there's people fighting in the background, but all of that pales in comparison to how much he loves Lois Lane. And it was just so sweet. It was so sweet because even when the world is in trouble, he was focused on Lois. And that was the right move. That was the right move. Even though in a screenshot, it looked like he was being really slow putting on his boots, he wasn't doing that at all. H says, I'm really hoping that James Gunn takes this in the direction of Legion of Superheroes. It's there. It's there. And my next thing, this is such a huge spoiler that I'm about to drop right now. So I do not want to ruin this for anybody. If you have not seen the movie,
One for JJ.
I'm going to give you 30 seconds before we go into this next thing. We've got to talk about world building. Okay, if you're still here we go. Major spoilers here. World building, as I said, the cameos are not cameos in this. I really feel like Mr. Terrific, Green Lantern, Hawk Girl, the Justice Gang, as they're called, they established them. They established that there is some kind of league where superheroes or metahumans are coming together. We see the Hall of Justice. It looks just like it's supposed to. I mean, it's literally perfect. And not only is it perfect, the whole world knows. Like, they're broadcasting, you know, here's where the Legion is, and this is where the Justice Gang is. And Lois like walks right in, just walks right into the hall. It felt again like the episode of, I believe it was Arrow, where they all came together in the hall. Now again, there's no Superman at that time. Oh, my in-laws just texted me they're here, so I'm gonna wrap this up very, very quickly. Biggest spoiler is, here it is. Crypto is not Superman's dog. Crypto, being Supergirl's dog, is probably the best way to world build here and kind of pass like, hey, we got another movie coming up without going Superman will return like Marvel does, right? Very simply, they just literally, she comes in and in her suit and looks, I mean, again, her suit looks better than his. And I won't spoil all of that other to say she's going to be awesome. I'm excited for her movie because they've connected them very well so that down the line we can get a Justice League movie because these places are already established. I would have loved to see a little bit more connection between the TV show. I'm totally spacing it with Weasel, even Suicide Squad. Oh, and there may or may not be a John Cena sighting. I don't know how, but you guys just got to see it. The movie's great. Guys, the movie is great. Go see the movie if you have not. If you're watching this, I don't know why you're spoiling the movie for you. Go see the movie because I haven't spoiled everything. It's fun. It's fast. They needed to fix the suit, but other than that, Superman is back. And it's a good thing. Now the pressure is on the Fantastic Four in Marvel. They got to have that set up and ready to go. That movie better be great. So we're going to leave you with that, guys. linktr.ee/select screen. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Shout out to my man RL. I'm sure we're going to be talking about this a lot more. And we will see you guys on the next one. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. linktr.ee/5ELECT5CREEN. My name is Select Screen. Do two things for me before you go, though. Be kind to one another, especially because Superman would say so, right? Be kind to one another, and
Remember
to
choose your destiny.
My name is Select Screen, and I'm out.